Hugh Freund was exposed to sailing as a kid and took to it from day one.
Guy moves the stick, I move the sheet.
But at 19, he got the shock of his life.
I was skiing up at Sugarloaf and I felt a pain in my right ankle. And we went and got an x-ray, it led to a biopsy, and then ended up in Mass General where they told me I had osteosarcoma, which is a rare form of bone cancer. Rare but treatable.
Within a couple of months, he had to choose whether to keep his leg and be less mobile or lose his leg and keep mobility.
It was abundantly clear to me that if I wanted to maintain my quality of life, if I wanted to run, ski, and bike, and do all the things that I do, then an amputation is the only way to do that. A prosthetic limb is going to enable that kind of lifestyle in a way that keeping my limb would never allow me to do.
We joined Hugh on Jamie Arrison's Sonar. It's similar to an Olympic boat. Up front, Hugh had the position requiring the greatest mobility, trimming the jib, adjusting lines, and watching the boat and competitors for speed changes. In Paralympic sport, each athlete is judged based on their ability. Hugh, having lost his right leg below the knee, is very high performing and is scored at 7 points. With mates Alphonsus Dorr and Brad Kendall, the point total for the crew can be 14.
So Rick, my skipper, is a 3. He's a paraplegic. And Brad, our main trimmer, is a 4. He's a bilateral above the knee amputee. So together we make 7. So it was a bit of a hunt for, it started out as me and Rick, and it took us probably 7 or 8 months or so to find Brad.
Hugh's Olympic odyssey began in 2012 with a bid for the London Games. His crew confidently expected to qualify, but was beaten at the trials.
That expectation is what got us, I think, is that nothing's given, everything's earned. And that was the hard lesson that we needed to learn that carried us through the 2016 campaign.
This time around, they upped the ante, a more professional attitude, a better funded campaign, and they added top coach Mike Kendall.
Absolutely fantastic coach. He did an enormous job at identifying what everyone's strengths were on the team and how to bring us together as a 3-person team to move up to the next level.
Low score wins in sailing. The fleet sailed 11 races with the first team receiving 1 point and so on each day. On the third day, which included 3 races, they made their move.
We had one really good day. We had I think a 2-3-3 or a 2-3-2 maybe on the one day where we raced 3 races. And that was pretty big. That put us into a really comfortable position.
With 3 races to go, they threw in a couple of clunkers. Going into the final race, they could finish as high as 2nd or miss the medal stand. The pressure was on, and a good start would be crucial.
Our coach said we did something like 1,200 practice starts over the course of our training to get ready for that. It was insane. So we went up the first speed and we got at the top mark, and I think we were 2nd or 3rd around the top mark. We were in a good position. The fleet was well enough behind us that we had clear air to maneuver downwind and just own the parts of the race course that we wanted to own. It's got a little magnet on it.
Ooh. Hugh showed us his silver medal, and it's a beauty. With a unique feature, it has a rattle when you shake it so that those without sight, and all of us, can appreciate it even more.
The medal, that moment on the podium was great, but it only lasts for a minute or two. The whole sailing community that we've been a part of for 8 years and will continue to be a part of for the rest of our lives, that's the real sweet part.
While he has returned to work as a web and graphic designer at Common Census in Westbrook, he is disappointed that sailing will not be part of the 2020 Paralympics. He feels his community benefits enormously from having an elite group of individuals who show people how far and how fast you can go in the sport of sailing.